Right, I think this is getting way too long and it looks messy. So I'm gonna get strimming. So that's round one of strimming. And right down to the end and across, and cleared this wall a little bit. It just needs to be weeded. But it's a lovely wall when it's clear. So yeah, little by little, in between other jobs. Bob's digging has turned out into an entire family outing. So here's Willow, Buddy fast asleep, Keita fast asleep, Leah fast asleep, and there's Katrina, and Alfie. Apart from the kittens, all fast asleep, and us of course.
So, as I mentioned in the last video, we need to take the shower out of the barn and put it into a new temporary shower so that I can then knock the old shower down and concrete the floor. The idea is to convert an IBC into the shower simply by cutting a doorway for access, and the drainage is basically already there. I can just attach a pipe, and this goes inside a basic shed that will stand against this wall. There'll be a small seating area to one side for putting your clothes on, etc., and the shower unit itself will go above that seat, so there's plenty of air circulation, gas bottle and a water tub outside that draws the water into the shower via a small pump. The first job is to pull this out of the frame and cut access door into, or access hole in through the frame, and then take the top off the tank and cut the same size door in the side of the tank, not cutting right down to the bottom because we need that to retain the water. So, easy job. Taking the two struts off the top and here presto. So now I have to get the angle grinder out and cut this section out. I have to build the shed around the tank, as it won't go in a normal door. So tank comes first and the shed is built around it. Job done. Going skiing later. So that's it cut out. It obviously needs deburring, these are quite sharp on the edges here, but I will be putting some kind of beading round it just for safety. It is a bit, as we say, wobbly bobbly, so I'm just going to put a cable tie around every other upright just to hold it in at the top and keep it nice and tight. So a couple of holes and a couple of cable ties. Now I'll do it from the back so it's neater. Right, we're all cleaned out, pallet's been washed down and the IBC itself all washed out. The burrs have all been taken off where I cut the side off it, and then we've just put some pipe lagging on it just for safety's sake. But that's basically it.
We've got these small caps that fit on top of the bolts that go in the sandwich board roof, sandwich panel roof, and we brought these from the UK not knowing that we'd use them, but obviously the wrong colour, so we bought some spray paint and we're going to spray them and see if they match. That's why I'm only doing 6. See if they match the roof, and then we can do rest and cover those horrible bolts up. So if we can get in the tin. Nope. Oh no. So we'll put them somewhere safe, out of the way of the little monsters, and then see what they dry like. So these are the roof panel bolts. They look like this at the moment, and when we get the cap on, they look like this. It's not an exact matching colour, but it does disguise the bolts a little bit, so I think I'll carry on spraying and we'll get all these caps on and hide them.
We're starting to build the shed around the IBC. This is where we are up to on our temporary shower build. Obviously there's roof panels to go on spars first and then roof panels, but unfortunately my circular saw decided to stop working. But my mum gave us a little bit of money to help out, so I've invested in a new one which I've got, but I didn't order a metal cutting blade at the same time. It's now on order, so thanks Mum. When that arrives I can finish the barn roof, but I can also cut the panels for this roof, which would be great. So far we got the IBC in. we had some old tin sheets off the barn roof, so I've just clad that with those in the back. Clad in the front in wood and the side in wood. There'll be a door here and a perspex window, opaque window that you can't see through, but it'll let light in. All painted green, lovely. And when we're finished with it and we take the shower out, it will then, the front, or most of the front will come off, and it will become a new log store. So 2 for the price of 1. Bargain. These 2 bottom planks are just not cut to length, they're just screwed in very loosely because I need to get in here to fit the plumbing, which is basically an outlet pipe from the bottom of the IBC, so I'll need to cut a hole and then that'll run off onto the land. All good.
This is where we've got to at the moment, so we've painted it green. We need to finish some planks on the top, but Rob's just going to put the frame on for the roof, and then we're going to have the opaque perspex window there, and then there's the drainage hole that we just plug into a hose, and then we'll have like a platform down here, little seat, little shelf, and some hooks, and then the shower will attach up there, and then this is where we'll stand to have a shower. And then we'll probably get one of those little push lights, so we've got a bit more light in here. There'll be the window, but we're not going to paint the inside because it's only temporary, and like Rob says, once we've done this entire thing apart from the front will be moved and turned into a log store.
This is where we're up to with the shower block. We've got a door on. The window, we're going to try and pick something up to make a window from, but we don't know what size it is, so I'll finish that when we know what the window size is. It'll be perspex or plastic or something. We've also run out of paint, so we need to pick some more paint up, and we're 90% there. Just need to panel this in, pop the roof on, which is a problem, and then I'll just pop a floor down, a wooden floor, so that's an easy job. So that's the shower block so far. Updates on the roof. I'm waiting for a steel cutting blade so I can cut all these level, and then I can put the fascias on, but obviously we had problems with tools and blades this week, which has slowed the job right down. The blade's due next week, early next week, so hopefully I can pick that up and crack on with that. Another little update, we've moved this huge rock in the pond. I didn't like the way it was sat before, just on top of soil, chance of it falling in. So I've dug it down to bedrock and rolled it back in, and it looks, from the far side, it looks a lot more natural than it did before. Hola amigos, and welcome to a sunny Portugal.
We want to explain the dilemma we were in last week. You'll have seen little Alfie in the videos. We'd already pre-arranged when he was 2 weeks old to take him So we knew he was coming, and we didn't know whether we could cope with 4 dogs, but we thought we'd give it a go and see how we went on. It's all going okay at the moment, but we'll see how we go. And thank you to Steve from Howard's Portugal, who agreed to let us take Alfie. Yeah.
We were going to carry on with the roof. Obviously,
Sorry about the dogs.
dogs have seen something this week, but unfortunately with tool problems and one thing and the other, that's been put off till next week. This is why we've started the shower.
And we need to do the shower so that we can finish the floor and the other bits in it. We want to start making moves towards putting the fire in as well, so that'll be a big thing. So next week we'll be finishing the roof.
So the cat
We'll be sanding.
is going mad. No way.
We'll be sanding and staining. We're still waiting for linseed oil to arrive. So once we get up there, we just want to do everything at once. So, and then it's done, and then we can start building a kitchen.
Yeah. And everything at once is impossible. One job at a
Not
time.
in a woman's book.
One job at a time, and everything in order. So,
And I think that's about it for this week. Please like, subscribe, and do leave us a comment. We do love to hear from you. It's really good. And any advice as well, or any other ideas for us, or
constructive criticism. It's all welcome.
Yep.
So thank you very much again to everyone for tuning in.
Liking, subscribing.
Liking, subscribing. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week.
Ciao for now.